away. Jeranism about to improve your day. That's what he do when he performing at the highest. You'll be telling all your friends about how he is the prize. Get high, get up, time to learn something new. 5 minutes left, so do what you gotta do. Grab a drink, text a homie, smash the like, share the show. It's almost time that he goes live from the studio. Ooh, you feel that energy rising? Nothing but the truth, we are never compromising. Open your mind, let's take a ride. Jaren's almost here and the crowd's electrified. Lights down low, crowd tuned in. Truth unlocked, let the show begin. Red pill, take a no, fake a no shill. Jaren ain't no sellout, he always keeping it real. What's fact if that was whack, it was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. Always honest, and sometimes right. He's seen the lies and he fought the fight. Now he's on a mission here to flip the game. While he's been growing, y'all remaining the same. Looking for the best, you got the place right. Home court advantage from Mr. Friday Night. Always push forward, leave the lies behind. Dig a little deeper and see what you can find. He's been around, he's seen it all. 10 years of flat back to that ball. Share the show, smash the like. Ooh, Jaren's on tonight. Ooh, open up your eyes. Pay attention to the size. Earth's too big to see the curve. Eyes up here, you got some nerve. What's fact, but that was whack, it was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. Grab a drink, take a seat, let one knuckle to this beat. You will laugh, you will cry to find the truth, expose the lies. It's not flat, now it's clear, he was wrong for hella years. He just could not come to grips with living on the sphere. See some tricks, I ain't blind, truth over hype, I stay prime. Think for myself, won't cosign, do what's right, to fall in line. Skeptic minded, I break through, no brainwash, just straight truth. Fast talk, don't make facts real, show receipts, so there's no deal. So buckle up, buckle in, the show is about to begin. Time to face facts, you know the earth, it ain't flat. Once you go flat, only the cool go back. What's fact, if that was whack, it was fake out the gate. Close a fact, I went back, now I gotta shake the hate. Bad research by bad guys with bad intentions, filled with lies. You can tell the shape of the ground, just look up in the sky. He's a man who admits his mistakes. The mother little boy just say and see if he was fake. Waiting on the man, myth, legend, and host of the show. The show's about to start. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, Friday night, the vibe just right. Always honest, sometimes right my plight. Weekend here, the hustle unwind. Kick back, chillax, leave the grind behind. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. Unplug from the chaos, remote control. Soul on pause, now I take the stroll. Breathing deep, city's heartbeat slow. Find my peace in the urban glow. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. Honey in my tea, rhythm in my veins. We can remedy for weekday strains. Lyrics lace the night, moon spotlight. Unplugged symphony till the daylight. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. F you to the stress, F you to the grind. F you to the worry, ease your mind. F you to the noise, F you to the hype. F you to the drain, we're living life. rebel. Got some people with a story to tell. We fell for a theory, yeah, we all fell flat. But like WWF champions, we fighting back. We were flat, but not anymore. We were flat, somehow we found more. We were flat, yeah, they used to bind us. We were flat, now we're leaving it behind us. Used to say no curve, now we curving that cap. Dodge that echo chamber, now we back on the map. Globe, impossible, yeah, we used to say it. Now we know the truth, we took the evidence and waited. We were flat, yeah, we said it, we owned it. Now we are the ones who are trying to expose it. So come listen in and learn from our mistakes, and how we now realize that the flat earth was fake. We were flat.
You guys ready?
Not anymore, we were flat.
We've got Nick Havoc in the house, coming down to the aisle. He hails from parts unknown.
How's it going, Jerry? How's it going?
Some globe deniers, spherically correct. The South isn't a lie, homie, it's correct. We woke the hell up, now we're setting the tone. This is the WWF, you're not alone. Scoring the ball, we're flat no more. It's the WWF, hear the crowd roar. From around the globe, it's crystal clear. Flat is false, so welcome to the sphere. We were flat, but not anymore. We were flat, somehow we found the door. We were flat, yeah, it used to bind us. We were flat, now we leaving it behind us.
All right, we got episode number 3. This is awesome. This is awesome. People start chanting, "You sold out, you sold out." That's what's coming next. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is time for another episode of We Were a Flat Show, or the WWF show, if you will. It is interviews of former flat earthers by a former flat earther. And today we've got Nick Havoc in the house. Let me bring him on. Nick, what up, my friend?
What's up, Jaron?
See
Shout out to all the flurfs and all the glurfs in the chat.
Explain to me glurfs. This is a new one to me. We're a glurf?
I think that's globe earthers.
Okay. Glurfs. Whatever.
Like a flat earth.
Yeah. I was not a big fan of flurfs, but, guess it doesn't bother me now so much as it did before.
It works good in a lot of songs. But you just need that single syllable.
Let me make sure people can hear you. Can everybody hear Nick or no? Say something again a little louder. Maybe you're near your mic or no? It's kind of close enough.
Shout out to all the flurfs and all the glurfs in the chat. Can you hear me?
Let's see what they say. It looks good from here, but I can't really tell. Thank you. I'm loving the shill money. Yes, indeed. So we got a lot to talk about. We're going to basically ask Nick how he got into Flat Earth, first and foremost, and then what it was like inside. So Nick's audio is low. All right, let me see if we can fix that anyhow. Don't know how I'm going to do that. I guess I could turn this up. Try talking now, Nick.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just sounds like you're distant from your mic, but I guess there's nothing you can do to that. Everybody says we can hear you. Just try and turn your volume up. I'll try and turn myself down a little bit. Everybody says they can hear. All right. Because he's on his phone. Yeah, I really can't turn him up unless he does it, but he can't find the volume button on the phone. I don't know where it's at either. Yeah, everybody's just saying, maybe turn up a little bit. You don't see any mic volume in there? I don't know where it's at on the phone. Somebody said it's better, so it might be better. Might be better. I could turn up this a little bit.
Let me see here.
Okay. Yeah, if somebody's saying you're good. Somebody says it's better. All right, so I hope everybody's well. If you look in the chat, I put the link. I'll put it again one more time for this is for Melodome's telescope, which I think would be dope. If you could get that, it's a hydrogen alpha. It's like a $3,500 total for everything, but pretty cool. You can see all the features, all the surface features, and I know Austin will do some awesome work, and then he'll put it up for all of us to see. So it's kind of like we all get our own telescope, and we don't have to do any work. So that's pretty dope. Pretty dope right there. All right, Nick, start us out with how you got into the Flat Earth. What year was it? What were you doing? Was there anything happening in your life at that time? We're starting to notice a common trend of some sort of trauma in some way going on right before people found flat Earth. So I'm just wondering if you have the same story. Go ahead.
Yep. I had some trauma going on. I had a skiing accident and I trashed my knee, and I had just had surgery and I really couldn't do anything. So I was just sitting in front of a computer all the time, and I was looking up stuff, and YouTube got me into it, I guess. It started suggesting all these different conspiracy theories. The first one I got into was 9/11, and I didn't even want to look into that. Like, I didn't want to, and I finally did. I was like, oh my God, it's like learning that your dad like raped somebody or something. It was not fun to go through that.
No.
Think that it was possibly an inside job and our own government did that. So that was kind of shocking. And then it just kind of just kept going. Like back in those days, YouTube would suggest, different videos that were similar. It wasn't shadow banning stuff. And eventually went to Flat Earth, and I was like, this is so dumb. Like, this is the dumbest thing ever, but let's just, I got nothing else to do. Let's give it a shot. And it was like a compilation of the Flat Earth clues. I don't know if it was the actual, like, I feel like somebody did like a compilation video or something of it, and they just had a bunch of the clues. And the one that got me was the flat water thing. Right. I was just thinking small, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, how could an ocean curve around the ball Earth and stuff? So I was like, pretty instantly, I was like, oh my God, this makes a lot of sense. I don't know, it just seemed like it made a lot of sense, the things that they were bringing up. And so then I instantly tried to go find some globe videos to like save me. I was like, please let me find some good globe videos that have good proofs as well. And I really just couldn't find any. Maybe I just wasn't looking in the right spot, but everything I found was just, like mock and ridicule, arrogance, just stupid jokes like, oh my God, these flat earthers are going to fall off the edge and stuff. Like, what? Like,
the cat would have pushed everything off already. That kind of dumb shit.
Yeah, but if it was a ball, the dog would have chewed it up.
Right.
So anyway, that's my comeback for that joke. But yeah, so I couldn't find any good like globe evidence at the time, and honestly, those videos were just a big turnoff because they just seemed like they were more into just like the mock and ridicule and not more of the trying to be like scientific.
Right.
I was just always into like the scientific stuff. I never got into like the Bible verses and that whole part. That was a turnoff as well. So I was just into like flat water and stuff measures flat and just all the same like talking points that people still regurgitate. It's almost like selling points, like you're trying to sell something and you just say these certain points.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
that's how I see Weiss now. I see Weiss as basically a salesman, and he'll go to any lengths. He'll say anything. He'll repeat things that aren't true. What he said the other day on a interview, he said that the people who lost their data on the app, it was only the data that they freely gave to other people. And like my address was fucking leaked. Do you think I gave my address out to these psychopaths? But of course he just says that. And I mean, that's when you know that you've passed the line from, oh, he's innocent, he believes it, to this guy's blatantly lying. So
ultimate dirtball.
Yeah. I'm glad he was number one forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, dude, I'd listen to his interviews with people, and no matter what question they bring up to him, he's always got this like canned, pre-scripted answer all ready to go. He just guides it that way. He just guides it to his answer that he's already got. And it's just, I mean, after a while, you start to see it. I mean, I used to think he was like, like a good person to put up against people. But
no, I mean, I used to think the same way. Again, it's hard to tell when somebody's gung-ho for the right reasons and the wrong reasons, right? Like when somebody's just go, and you're like, this guy's awesome. He's got, this plan and direction and he's going, but then you kind of take a step back and you're like, oh no, that's not what I thought it was. That's like almost a sinister one.
When he started saying like the space shuttle was a helium balloon, I was like, whoa.
He keeps saying that.
Like, hold on. I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, honestly, that's so terrible. I mean, he shows that one angle of the canister falling through the air. He's like, does that look like it's falling through the air? Or does it look like a helium balloon? I was like, what? How do you just jump the helium balloon?
I think he still doesn't believe that the rockets are coming back and landing. Yeah. He doesn't believe that. He says it's all fake. Yeah. So everything's just, I mean, that's the thing now. Everything's fake. So what that allows you to do is we go down to Antarctica, we make a bunch of observations, and then if they don't fit your worldview, just call them fake. They faked it. They have a technology that we didn't know about. They're 50 years ahead of us, and they can put suns in the sky that light up the entirety of the Antarctic I don't know what that is. The outskirts, I guess, is what he would say. So it's just, it gets to be this constant stretching of the truth, right? It's this constant reach that you'll never reach. And that's the point that I got to where I said, okay, wait a second, this will never happen. The earth will never be flat. So it's like, that's when it's time to get out. And, tell me if you agree with this statement. If flat earthers were truthers, like they say they are, the flat earth would be done by the end of April.
I don't know why it's not over right now.
Right. It should be done in February.
It's over. Like my whole thing was like, I don't know what's going on in the South. Like I always said that. Like, I don't know. It's like, it seemed like we never had any really good solid information. It's like we've got all these 24-hour sun videos from the North, but where are they from the South? The only ones we had seemed like they were fake or doctored, or just something was fishy about them. And I remember you trying to call down and get the 24 hours, and they're like, oh, we can only do 12 at a time because that's all the bandwidth will allow.
It doesn't even make sense.
I'm like, what? Like, that just seems so shady. So I always just kind of wrote that off. Like, I don't know what's going on in the South. So
Right.
I just kind of like put that out of my mind. But however, I knew though.
You knew it was always there.
Yeah, it's like if it does that, it's over. Like, it can't do the opposite thing.
I thought that everybody was like that. I thought everybody knew that the South had to be a lie for flat earth to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
why I was so excited when you went. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I even told my friend, like I was never a big, like, I didn't have a lot of friends in the flat earth community. I didn't even go to the Denver meetup. It was just like right down the street. I didn't even go to that.
right.
I just was never into it. I mean, I even went to a few of the meetups where ODD and Bob showed up and talked at the Purple Cup Cafe here in Fort
I've seen some videos from there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, honestly, I didn't mean to be like a dick, but I walked out halfway through. I was like, this is the same thing you have in your videos. Like, I don't need to hear it again. I picked my motorcycle helmet up and I left. Right in the middle of it. I didn't need that like personal connection. I just kind of wanted to know the truth. And it never like defined my person. Like, I wasn't like one of these, hate to say, but like a gay person that goes around and has to let everybody know that they're gay. Like, I wasn't like that with the flat earth.
Right.
Like, I didn't even care. Like, I mean, I had my one friend. I probably known him for 5 or 6 years, and he didn't even know I was a flat earther until earlier, just this last year. And he brought up he was watching Netflix and he saw the Behind the Curve with you in it. He's like, oh my God, have you seen that documentary where the flat earther proves the globe?
Right. Still say it.
It just like triggered me. It just triggered me. I was like, how do you know? I was like, don't you think that was probably a hit piece? He's
Right.
like, I don't know. He's like, what are you, a flat earther? I was like, maybe. And then I just got like, I started going into all my points. But I mean, I knew the guy for 5 to 6 years. We'd always go hiking. We'd be in the car for, 2 to 4 hours a day. And I never brought it up
Right.
until that. And and then like later on when it got closer to the final experiment, I was like, oh dude, they're going down. He's like, you're gonna talk about flat earth the whole time again? I was like, no, but listen, I was like, they're gonna do this thing where they're gonna go to Antarctica and check it out. Like, if the sun stays in the air, it's a globe. If it goes, if it sets, then holy shit. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So like, even before I was talking about it, I was excited that we were gonna finally know. And like, I mean, like the last guy you had on, like, he was a really super nice guy, but like, I wasn't rooting for it. I wasn't like wanting it to be flat or wanting it to be I just wanted to know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't.
I guess that I wanted it to be flat because once you've pushed that, like, at least for me, obviously, but it's also, if it goes the other way, it goes the other way. What are you going to do? At least And that's the weirdest thing about this whole thing, is that everybody coming against me, getting all these messages. I got another 3 or 5 today that were, sell out, this or that. But it's like, okay, well, look, I went looking for the truth. Yeah, it took me 10 years, but I found it. So I really don't care what other people have to say. If they want to keep looking for the truth, that's fine. I found it. I figured it out. It took us a long time, but at least we can go forward now with the correct understanding, at least, so we don't have to be left behind severely. Would you say at this point that you think that this was an easy thing that we should have figured out before?
No, not. I don't think so. Without that Southern information, I think
Right.
that's really the observable thing that we can know.
Right.
Without having to like go to space or doing this other stuff. Because like in the North, I think it's a totally slick hoax. Like, if you're just in the North,
It seems right.
it all seems to like make sense. You like see the sun spinning around. It gets closer. It's summer. It goes further. It's colder.
It
It's
sets
winter.
left to right. Everything
Yeah.
seems to fit the model. But you're right. What happens on the real Earth is that when you get past the equator, everything flips, and it's just the opposite, and that tells you you're on a sphere. You can't do that on a flat map. So, but where do you stand with other things? Is this opening your mind to moon landing, things like that, or are you still staunch in your position as far as those go?
Speaking of the moon landing, I got into it with one of your VIPs.
Oh, I saw him today going off in there. I did go back and see there was like a bunch of messages when I was showering. So what went down?
Yeah, like 300 messages probably.
Yeah, I think I said about that many.
I mean, his whole thing was like, at the University of Colorado, at the college, they proved that it matches the 1/6 gravity perfectly in the video.
Oh yeah,
with the dust falling down and the jumping in it just matches it perfectly, and that can't be fake. They didn't have the technology to fake it. And my whole thing was like, dude, if you're using that video footage as like your main proof, like I have a problem with it right there. Because first of all, NASA doesn't even have the original copies of that anymore. Why is that?
right.
That's like losing the Declaration of Independence or something.
Yeah, they wrote over it. They had to write a recipe from somebody in over it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous that they don't have that. That's the greatest thing mankind's ever done, and they lost all that, lost the telemetry data.
Yeah, here's what people need to realize too: is that it's not. We don't have to prove that it was fake. Okay, so if those guys want to tell us that they went to the moon, then just go back. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. They make it seem like it's incredibly hard, but it really shouldn't be. They get up in orbit every day now at this point, or at least every other day, and so then they just need to blast off into the moon's orbit. And then slow down when you get there and land on the surface. So, I mean, really, okay, it's difficult, but I'm saying it's not so hard that it should take you 60 years. And people need to realize that. So right now, men go 250 miles. And we used to go 250,000 miles. So that'd be like me telling you that, I used to, I don't know, what would be the equivalent of that? That I used to lift 4,000 pounds, but now I only lift four. And you'd be like, what do you mean? You don't lift 8? You don't lift half of what you did? Nope. I used to lift 4,000 pounds. I used to bench that, but now I just bench 4. It's just because it's 1,000 to 1. That's the same thing. It's 1,000 to 1. So we have only gone 1/1,000th, right? 250 miles to 250,000. Yeah, 1/1,000th is all we've ever been as far as we've gone. That's just weird. There's nothing else in life that's like that. Where it's not like Columbus went across the ocean and then everybody else just put their foot in the water. Got out. Right. Foot in the water. I'm out. But Columbus, he went across, but we don't go across.
Yeah, people are like, oh, well, you couldn't go back and build like a 1960s Mustang right now. You wouldn't be able to get all those parts. I'm like, yeah, but guess what? There's a 2025 Mustang.
Right.
Like, it's gotten better. Like, you don't just have the one Mustang. They've gotten better throughout the years. Like, I can't believe they wouldn't go back. I mean, not for military.
No, for military positioning. Yeah, because you have the view of the whole world. If somebody launches a nuke, you sit up there like, haha, we win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense why we wouldn't go back. I mean, in my opinion, that's...
Look at these people. Look at these people in the chat. Well, it looks like someone got paid. It's like these guys are so deluded that they think that's how the world works. That like somebody's going around handing people that have been doing this for 10 years. People that have been doing this for 10 years, they just handed me money. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on the globe side now. Thank you for my money. Oh, I'm just going to live the good life and I'm just going to piss everybody off and say that it's so dumb. And you know what it tells me is that they're that pathetic. Because if they think that people would do that, then they themselves would take money and they would completely throw everybody under the bus and switch sides. It's the only way you would ever accuse somebody of that.
Such a cope.
It's such a cope, yeah. And then they're like, oh, you can't be this dumb. It's like, they don't realize that they're the ones that are dumb. And I'm not saying we weren't. I was right there with them. I was dumb. You become closed off and you think that you're right. If you're somebody who's a flat earther who thinks that we know it's not a sphere, and then you start from there, that you're not doing science. You are actually proclaiming a religion, and that is a problem because what you do is you then go looking for evidence that matches your position and never look at the evidence that runs against it. And I did this all the time. Like I would be reading PDF after PDF, and there would be all kinds of globe facts in there. And then I'd find that one line, that one line that said something that that looks flat. And then you go do a whole show about it and you talk about it. And it's not like you're cognitively doing it. It's just that that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that one gotcha, but you never really even register the multiple other globe stuff that would be in every book I read or something. Like let's say you're reading a southern hemisphere book about a endurance ship or something when they're discovering Antarctica. It's like you could read through that whole thing and it's talking about the 24-hour sun and it's talking about all these things, and then you find that one line that you're like, oh, it says here that in February it was dark, and then you run with that. But it's like, well, what about the other 1,000 things that promoted it? So I mean, the thing is that people should get it, especially the easy stuff like the sun setting right to left in the south. I mean, we all are in the north, I think, most of us. So if you think about when you watch the sunset, now everybody says, oh, you're talking about something that's relative. No, I'm saying look west. So if everybody stood where they're at now and looks west, right and left are no longer relative. Right is to the north, left is to the south, right? So we see the sun here in the north go left to right, from our left hand to our right hand when it sets. In the south, as soon as you cross the equator, south of the equator, the sun goes the other way. It sets right to left. Now I want you to picture the flat earth map. That is impossible. The flat earth map, the sun goes the same way every time, every day. So how could it all of a sudden say, wait, you're in the south? I'm setting to your left. Oh, you're in the north? I'm setting to your right. Doesn't make any sense. On the globe, though, it does, because the globe requires you, when you're on the bottom half of the globe, to see the sun a certain way, and when you're on the top half, to see it another way. So stuff like that is probably the easiest. There's a south celestial pole. There's a south pole. The sun goes backwards around your head multiple times while it's also lighting Australia and lighting Africa. So at this point, it's embarrassing to see you guys come in here and say, oh, you sold out. Oh, because what you're basically saying is you want us to lie. You want us to get up here and lie every day and pretend like the flat earth has any prayer at all, when it does not. The earth will never, ever, 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 ever be flat. Guaranteed. I promise you, it can't be. And I can only say that because I went down there and watched the sun from Punta Arenas. It was a no-brainer. No-brainer what's going on down there. So what was it that was the first time that so did you have doubts the whole time, or was there something big around the time of TFE that made you start to question it deeper?
Well, I knew that was going to be like definitive. One way or the other, that was going to be pretty definitive. But there were also other, chinks in the armor that from before, like when I tried to do my Pikes Peak, awesome, observation from, way up close to the Wyoming border,
right?
Like 16 miles, and I think it was like 132 miles away. And I guess I just didn't realize how wide that mountain was, but I thought I was seeing more of it than I actually was. And I was like, you shouldn't be able to see all that and everything. And I remember Mick West. You remember Mick West?
Oh yeah, from Metabunk.
Yeah, he got a hold of that, and he put the top of my my mountains on, like at the very top of Pikes Peak. He found a picture and put it on top.
And they matched.
That liar, like that's not how it is. And I was so mad.
But it is how it is, huh?
Another guy named Planar Walk. He did it too.
Not a guy anymore.
He's what?
Not a guy anymore.
Yeah, he debunked me too, and I was like, man. I mean, he showed me like the whole mountain. And then he showed me my shot, and he's like, okay, where's the rest of that mountain? And I just remember looking at that, going, damn, like where is the rest of that mountain? Like,
there's a lot of it, huh? Missing.
Yeah, big, like a mile of it.
Yeah, I wanted to try and find a picture of Canigou, because again, when I went back and looked at it, because I was like, that can't be, and I kept looking at it, I'm like, man, it is just the top, which was just baffling.
Top.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking like, well, maybe there's like a hill in the front that's occluding it or something, but still, it wasn't making sense. I was like, dude, that would have to drop like way down into the ground,
right,
to have that whole mountain there. And I just remember that was like one thing. You doing the ISS transits,
yeah,
that was another thing. And that's why I always liked your channel. I don't watch a lot of I never watched a lot of the flat Earth content. I definitely didn't watch the Globe guys.
Yeah, no, I couldn't watch them. They at least admit that they're not really doing it for us, because they make fun of us so much that why would anybody watch that?
I just found them to be boring. I mean,
yeah.
I was listening to your audios the other day, and it like flipped to the one with Dave McKeegan where he's talking about his telescope. Dude, I about wanted to drive the delivery van into oncoming traffic listening to that. I was like, oh my God, terrible. Like, no offense against that guy. He's a super nice guy helping people with their cameras and stuff.
Right. But you're still like, you couldn't take it.
And I think that's part of the appeal with the flat Earth is like, it's like, do you want to go watch the fantasy sci-fi movie that has something new, or do you want to go watch like the school educational film that's talking about everything that you already probably know or think you know? I mean,
right.
The one just seems boring. The other one's like a fantasy, and something that, it is like you feel like you're special. Like, I know something that no one else knows. I've looked into it. You know what I mean? And
I wonder how much of this has to do with that. I was thinking last night. So let's say you are somebody who's a flat earther right now, and you're in some Facebook group where you're like the head of it, and it's observations of the sky group or something. And these people can't just turn their back on flat Earth, because it means that they're nothing, right? Like if you are now, you're the head of that Facebook group, and that you talk to people at night, you get together and you compare notes of what happened in the sky. So to give up flat Earth to you is to give up all your friends, to give up your Facebook group. And there's just some people that aren't going to do that. It's people who have made their whole channel about it. They're not going to give up their channel just because it's been debunked. Right? They're going to ride it until they can't anymore. So that's what we're dealing with, unfortunately. And that's why I think you say you're getting out, yeah?
Oh yeah, and it's just I think that's why it was like super easy for me to flip because I was just by myself. Like I didn't have all this pressure on me.
Well, that's kind of like me, right? They burned so many bridges and people were already dicks that it was just like, I don't know, what am I hanging around for? So it's like, I don't have anybody I have to worry about.
Deep into it, I mean, you're like you're a whole nother league of what I was. I'm just like, I mean, no one even knows who I am. I just made these memes and stuff. And it pisses me off, and I still see my memes pop up in videos today.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be terrible.
One in that Slow Sanchez video you just put up. I'm like, damn it, that's my meme they're using.
Which one?
The one that shows like the Annalena, and then it's going up to like the.
Oh, okay.
It's got the little dotted lines going up, and it shows where it is on the flat map. I thought it was so slick, and like, yeah, dude, match is perfect.
I can't even listen to that clip. I get pissed off at him for not letting me talk.
Jared,
and he's
let me finish. Jared.
Let me finish, Jared. I'm trying to tell you. Don't listen to me, Jared. I'm trying to tell you. Now listen. All right.
I know what you're saying now. Okay, I know what you're saying. Like,
oh shit, that's some shit. Then. Oh man, I didn't know that's some shit.
The impressions, dude, I crack up so much.
I forgot that was in there. I told the guy that does my clips, I was like, do this time slot. And then I heard him like, oh shit, I didn't know that was in there. I did it. Like 3 impressions of him in there. Funny. Slow Sanchez is a funny guy. What's this one here? I agree Jaren's better. And for some reason, I really do love the Home Depot demos and visuals. See, Suzanne, thank you. Even though people don't like the Home Depot reference, but oh well. Hey, we can't be what everybody wants, or else we'd all be rising up earthers and everything else that all these guys want to be.
Oh my god.
That's
so dumb.
It says Nick's audio is so much lower than yours still, huh? Well, okay, we'll try and fix it a little
Let me
bit.
move my mic up. Maybe this will help.
Maybe that will. Maybe you need to be a little closer.
Is any better?
Yeah, it's a little better. I'll back off my mic a little bit. Okay, and then so you got out. Do you think there's any chance you go back?
Nope. Hell no, never.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm from the old school where it's like you don't want to be a flat earther.
Right.
You don't want to be like, I don't understand why people want to be that.
I think
when
it's
you come clean, it's like stopping, doing drugs or stopping alcohol. Like, why wouldn't you be proud of that? You're like, hey everybody, guess what? I'm smart again. Like,
I'm smart again. Yeah, I think that it's I want to leave it open, so I'll say I'm 99% 1%, because of course you never want to say that you're 100%. That's when you stop being scientific. So I'm open to any new evidence, but I just know that there can't be any because you're not going to find a new map. Every map is going to be the AE map. People don't realize that yet. They keep thinking, oh, it's a false binary because it's only flat or globe, but there's so many other options. Like, no, there's not. The Earth has to match observations, so it can't be anything else. What's it going to be? A square? A triangle? I mean, it's just not going to work. And the continents are laid out the way the continents are laid out. There is no changing that. There's no fixing it. The tropics are where they're at. The equator's where it's at. So any map that you draw that is flat will be an AE map and will be impossible to describe a sun going to the right for some people and to the left for others. So flat Earth, I hate to tell you, it's over. It is over. It's over.
The globe explains everything perfectly.
Yep, it does.
Like there's something that can explain it better. Why would you switch? And if the globe predicts everything perfectly, how can there be anything else?
Right. That's what I say too. You can't lie to people about where they live and then match observations, but still be a lie. That would well, I guess it'd be possible, but you would have another option that would also be true, right? But if we don't have that other option, then what could it be besides the sphere? If you map the Earth on a sphere, then it explains every observation, every upside down moon, every backwards moving star, every equinox, every solstice. Everything is explained. The seasons are explained. Everything. And then people have a problem with the fact that they can't find curvature, but there are spheres that are so big, and I don't mean bigger than this one, just 24,901 miles, that everywhere is flat and level. That's just for our size, you are dealing with a flat and level. This is why those documents say to treat the Earth as flat and non-rotating, is because we can treat the Earth as flat and non-rotating in many instances. And so people get a little bit taken by that one. Here's a crazier one for me, is I'm not even sure water bends. And I know this, well, water does bend. Obviously, you can look at a waterfall and it's coming off, water is the most bendable substance there is. It's like, what bends more than water? But I used to have the same problem you did, like picturing the water on the globe Earth being spherical shaped. But then when I kept zooming in to the Earth on my GeoGebra, no matter where you zoom in, that area is level. So could zoom in anywhere on the globe, and everywhere the water is level and flat. But it's just when you zoom out to a bigger scale, now you see that the whole thing makes a sphere, right? The whole picture. So it's what part of the water is curving. It's kind of hard to even say because, again, we can't understand things that large. But
you can see the curve though, like those big, boats that are way out.
Yeah, they go behind the curve. Same thing with like looking across Lake Michigan. I mean, we don't ever see the bottom of those buildings.
Right.
It's not I don't think it's a mirage, but it is just a, well, I don't know if you call refraction a mirage. Not really. You just see too far, right? You see further than you would see geometrically. That's what I'm trying to say.
And your rocket launches prove the curve.
I think so too. I want to get another one at night.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the mountain.
Yeah, and if people don't know that, check out those rocket launches because we're not seeing the rocket till a minute and 5 seconds after it takes off, and that alone should screw with your head. That it just doesn't, because according to Dave Weiss, which can't be true either, by the way. Dave Weiss says that there's a 20,000 foot clouds that are all condensed down to the horizon line, and you have to wait till the craft gets above those clouds. But if that were true, then he just destroyed all Canagoo evidence, everything, because. Why can we see Canagoo then? It's only 9,000 feet high. And you said I can't see the rocket till it's 25,000 feet high because it's behind some clouds. So shouldn't Canagoo behind and it should only be as big as the horizon. If that's true. So it's all debunked.
Yeah. And in your video, there's like a light that's on the horizon, like some kind of a building or something that's right there. So was there a light up in the cloud?
Right.
Like you prove right there. It's not a cloud.
It's not. It's clearly, and you can tell when it hits the horizon, it's moving at a decent clip. It's not like it was staying there for a minute. It's like, now I'll start going. No, it was moving. You could tell it appears and it's moving. So you can then recalculate and see how far down it was. So pretty crazy. If you guys have any questions for Nick, you can leave a super chat if you want. We do have another one of these coming up. I don't know when, but I believe Landry Chamberlain is coming up next. And if you're interested in being interviewed, you can get a hold of me at WWF@Jeranism.com or find me on Telegram, t.me/Jeranism. Let me see when the next one is. We have one. Oh, thought we had it. Sunday at 2:30, I believe. We'll be with Landry. And I know there's another one that's scheduled too. So they're coming up hot and heavy, and it should be good. So do you have any advice for people that are still in it, which are quite a few?
Learn about shapes and how the sun works, and then you'll quickly realize it's a freaking globe. It's like so easy. I don't get it. I don't understand what the mental block is. I mean,
yeah, we had the same mental block, but I mean, they really should go to like, the Andrew, what's his name again? The model that I always bring up, I forgot, I can get the link for it. But anyway, this model of the globe Earth where you can go anywhere on it and it'll show you what time sunrise, sunset is. It all matches perfectly. Like you can legitimately call any of your friends in any country and ask them to go verify that it's correct. And if you do it 10 times to 10 different people, then you've just verified. Or if you get on a line of longitude going north and you move 69 miles and you watch the North Star raise by 1 degree, well, then you take that 69 miles times 360 degrees and you get 24,900. So again, the evidence is everywhere. And I think that you have to actively ignore the evidence and you have to want to believe the earth is flat and ignore any evidence to the contrary. And that's the way you remain a flat earther. And that's what's unfortunate is these people have all done that, right? So they don't listen to any globe side. They only listen to flat earthers. They listen to Dave Weiss repeat the same thing, which is indoctrination. This new thing, you can't tell the shape of the ground by the lights in the sky, is never been said at any point in life by anybody. It's just been picked up as this rally call and indoctrination to where now people say it as if it has meaning. And look up the definition of indoctrination. That's exactly what it is. You heard people saying that to you?
Oh, yeah. But it's like you have to say that because if you recognize what's going on in the sky,
then that means the shape. It's a globe.
It's like they have to say that. They have no option.
Right, because the other option is that the sky proves the Earth is a sphere. So we better say that we don't take that evidence in. That's the only way to really get by. So it says the process of indoctrination is the process of teaching a person or a group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. So this idea of the lights in the sky, think about it uncritically. The fact that we have a magical sun that appears where the globe says it will appear, but it's your second sun as a flat earther. but just think about it uncritically. So everything they want you to not think about and just assume it's been fixed. Oh, Steven Alonso did it. No, Steven Alonso lied about being a pilot, lied about men getting pregnant, lied about having a PhD, lied about, you name it. So you're listening to liars now, and that's upsetting because I see people who actually parade this guy around, and then they give me shit. It's like, hold on a second. I'm being honest. This guy's telling you lies, but because he's a flat earther, you guys parade him around and hold his hand and stuff. It's pretty bad. It's just, it's embarrassing.
Yep.
For lack of a better thing to say.
I could give people the benefit of the doubt before TFE, because like I said, I think you can get away with it. And like, especially if you're in the North, like these people in the South, I don't know what they're thinking, but in the North, you could almost get away with it. But now that there is all this Southern information, that's for sure. Like these people are just straight blinded now. They're like you said, they can't let it go. It's their whole life without like Mark Sargent, dude. That guy would be nothing without Flat Earth.
Yeah, so he has to hold on to it, huh?
What would he be?
He'd be pinball champion 1971 or something.
Oh my God, world champion.
1971. Living by your old days. Yeah, so that is basically it. I don't know. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Do you feel like you want to play one of your songs? You have a favorite?
Yeah, I just want to. I don't know. I feel like bashing the Globers a little bit.
Okay.
Not really though.
Bash whoever you want. I say we bash whoever you want. This is your chance to say your piece.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like clowns versus NPCs or something. It's like you got the clown show flat earthers versus the NPC.
Right. I'm getting it.
Everything Glober guys that can't question or critically think their way out of a wet paper bag.
Like if I just say that the moon landing, I think the moon landing's fake, I will immediately, it's like an automatic trigger for 25 people on Telegram to message me like, hey, now hold on a second, Sonny. Remember you were wrong for 10 years. You can't just go around saying you're going to be wrong for another 10 years. It's like, all right, relax.
I hate that too. It's like, dude, just because I was wrong about flat Earth and you were right about the globe does not mean you're right about everything. Like,
right.
This superiority complex. Like you're going to get out of the MAGA cult now. Like you're in the MAGA cult. Like, oh my God, shut
it's like, just give me time. Can you just give us time? I want to review evidence and stuff like that. And I'm open to being wrong. Hey, if there's anything that's happened, it's that, I'm a little bit more open to being wrong than before. I thought I was so right. But it still doesn't mean that I'm just going to immediately default all my views to, whatever they tell me is true. That wouldn't be a smart, and they shouldn't want that anyway. They should want to see the realization in real time. And I think if it happens, it's helping people. So, what are you going to do? You have to.
That, when you were talking about those mountains in the background a couple weeks ago, with the moon landing footage and how they weren't there was no parallax and weren't moving.
Right.
Which is so crazy because I was driving home from Wyoming just yesterday, looking at mountains that were like 50, 60 miles away, and I could see them moving in real time. I could see them moving.
Yeah, and then the excuse for that, I've already heard the excuse, is that somebody showed me a topographical map that says all those mountains, their distances and their heights. But the weird thing about that is it was made in 1973. So it's like, okay, well then, of course, if you did make a mistake in your rover footage, what you could do is just change the height and distance of the mountains on the topo map. Done. And now it fits because you have to make sure they're so tall and that they're so far so that they don't. So, I mean, again, that's not proof to me either.
No, it's terrible. And like I said something like I agreed with you in the chat.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
I recommend against that.
Yeah, it's like I insulted their father or something. I mean, they were just so upset, going after me and everything. And so my litmus test is I always ask did you get the jab? Because if you just believe everything you're told, did you get the jab too? And these people all yeah, I did. I was like, the WWF
I got 6.
told me to. And I'm trying to save grandma.
I'm fine. My eyes always close like this. Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Like, what? I wore a paper mask too. Think that's going to stop an airborne virus?
Oh, and they just have the best answers for things. Like my sister was one of those, and then she said, "I said, so what do you think? Why did the flu go away?" She goes, "Because we all wore masks, of course."
Oh my God! Jeans and underwear can't stop a fart. You think a paper mask is going to stop a virus?
Pretty funny.
So yeah, it's like, dude, these people. I did it because the CDC advised me to. Why else? I believe in science. Like, oh my God.
Good luck.
Like I said, these people can't question anything. It's just like whatever they're told, that's what they're going with. These people that don't think chemtrails are a real thing or something like. Do you ever go outside and look in the sky? My God.
I have a video too. I don't know why they don't listen to that video. I have a video that a lady goes into an airplane place and she's like asking for the pilots, and she's like, we've been doing testing. We know what you've been spraying. And the guys are like stuck. They don't, like, oh, you got to talk to our boss. And she's like, yeah, but how are you doing this to people? How are you doing it to your families? And they just are like, you got to talk to the boss. But they knew it was, yeah, exactly. It is money.
Talk about
Exactly.
the people getting money. Talk about the people getting paid. That's your chemtrail pilots.
Right.
They don't give a shit. They just want that money. Then they go around going, I'm a pilot. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're a pilot. You're so cool. Like, oh, Jesus. It's disgusting.
I'm trying to match up. I was trying to show people Canada, but I really can't find a good example of it. It's kind of hard to tell. But you can tell it's not the whole mountain. It's the very, very tippy top. Maybe the last 1,000 feet is all you're really seeing. So
Yeah,
it does tell you.
Somebody did a really good video.
Do you know who?
Like kind of debunking you, where they showed them all, and then they showed like the whole mountain rise up, and you could just see the top.
Okay. If you remember who that was, let me know so I can show people, because I can't remember who did that.
4-minute video somebody did.
Is it by like Slice Barcane? No, I'm
I
trying
don't
to
really
remember who
remember,
did.
but somebody posted it somewhere, and I watched it. I was like, dang! I was like, that's like my Pikes Peak. Exactly, it's like my Pikes Peak.
Is it hard to see that a mask stops your spit? Yes, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
You go around spitting on people?
I didn't do
You
that.
go around spitting on people? Like,
I just think it's I think that what they should have done, let's just say COVID, is like the same thing it's always been. If you're sick, you can wear a mask and stay away from people. I don't give a shit. Like, if you were walking down the aisle and you had a mask on, okay, I'll walk on this side. And there you go. And everybody's fine. But no, they wanted to switch it up to where, oh wait, you're healthy, you put on a mask. Wait, what?
no, I'm not. Your health is not my problem. And that's what I'm talking about. See, you've already got people freaking out about masks in the chat.
Yeah, you can't. It's just people lose their mind.
Wear a mask. Save grandma.
People love to be is it like virtue signaling? I don't even know what you would call it. I guess it's virtue signaling. It's like the newest thing too is, you had a virtue signal over this Mexican guy that got shipped back wherever he got shipped back, right? Everybody's talking about it like it's one guy. It's like he got accidentally shipped and like it's on the news and shit. I'm like, this is not news that one guy accidentally got shipped back. It's like, and he's not even like a citizen. He's like here on a visa or something.
No, he's not a citizen. He's an MS-13 illegal. He broke into the country illegally. He already been deported once. He had 2 deportation orders against him.
Right, they're all very virtue signaling. You got to bring him back.
Yeah, and they sent like 2 Democrat politicians down there to try and get him out of the prison to bring him back. If they bring him back, guess what? He's going to get deported somewhere else.
Right.
He's not a legal citizen. I can't believe that's the hill they're going to die on. Like, that's political suicide. Who wants to bring back an MS-13 gang member? Like, what?
Democrats do.
What? Yeah, well, yeah, these are the people that just want to put men and women's sports and every other stupid thing.
Wow,
anything like doesn't make sense. Like, that's what they want.
It's from that. Yeah, the stream looks nice. I'm just looking at the stream. I like a little. I think. Oh no, it's not working now.
You got my meme in here. It says, "Don't believe the lies. The Death Star is flat."
Does this work? I don't even know if this works. Oh wow, it does. All right, I just took off my using this stream deck.
Anti-flat Earth one time. I was all pissed off at the flat earthers, so I made that meme.
Where is Squibbles? Is Squibbles telling you what to say?
Yeah, he's over here in the corner.
I figured. Don't go away. All right, we're gonna look at super chats, see if there's any, and then we got coming up this week. What week is it? Yeah, so we got my show on Friday. Tune in for that. We got 1 in a row on time. Let's go for number 2. Anybody want to do a $100 bet? Probably not. Probably just one time that's gonna happen. Fan funding. Here we go. All right, we got a couple. We've got Dave's Waffle House. Dave, do I have your sound effect ready yet? I probably don't.
Yeah, you had it last time.
Gosh darn it. I know where it's at, but I just never dragged into this box. It's such a loser. I don't know why I like the NBA Jam sound effect guy. He just says some funny things. So it's like, let's use that. I don't think I'll have it in time, maybe. Enrique doesn't work on today. He only works on Fridays. He works at Home Depot. Gets picked up in the morning over there. So let's see here. We've got to go with, what is it called? Oh, yeah. It took me a long time to get there, but we did get there eventually, I think. Maybe not. I don't see Waffle House now. Forget it. It's gone. It's over. All right, we've got, thank you, Dave's Waffle House, very much. I promise you next time it'll be on the board. We've got, I thought this was from Everyday Astronaut. I'm like, what? For $10 from Suzanne, she says, Everyday Astronauts, the truth about the moon landings really does answer all the questions you two were just discussing. Please check it out. Worth your consideration at least. Yes, we will watch that. by the everyday astronaut. Although, well, I mean, that's. Do you really think that the everyday astronaut would be doing himself a favor if he said that he thought the moon landing was fake? Don't think
Exactly.
so.
That's like Dave Weiss saying the Earth is a globe.
Right.
He's not gonna.
It's not going to happen.
Do that. Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
But I do want to check it out.
Yeah, and like a college, study is not going to put out that the moon landing was fake.
No.
Like it's just not going to happen. These are the mainstream people. They know where their bread and butter's coming from. They got a total line.
Although I still think that if you want me to believe it, then just go back. And that's
exactly
simple enough, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't think we even need to argue very much. That's going to be my position with Dave McKeegan when I talk to him. Is go ahead and you can try and debunk the things that I have, but really the proof is in the pudding. Just go back, and don't pretend like they've not been saying since 1970 that they would be. It's been constantly we're going back, this time for good. We're going back this time for good, and they just never go anywhere. And then that's all our money that just goes to building hardware that never gets used and gets shipped off somewhere else, and it's just a big money pit. Nick 7597 for $10. Thank you very much, Nick. He says, Jaron or Nick, do you think it's dangerous to believe the Earth is flat versus promoting the Earth is flat? Do you think it's dangerous to believe the Earth is flat versus promoting the Earth is flat?
I think it's dangerous to yourself. It just, I don't know why you want to paint yourself into that corner. Why you want to just be like it's like choosing to have leprosy or something. Like, why would you choose to have that? It's not going to benefit you at all. You're not going to get any new friends, like real life.
No, I think that people probably thought that at first, well, at least I thought it was real, and that what we were doing is changing the world, or at least bringing the truth, because it's been lied to. But as soon as I found out it's not a lie, a lot of the interest of that went away, because it's not like I have any desire to teach the globe. It's just we're not being lied to about it. So at this point, it's like, okay. And then people are like, well, do you understand gravity now? Do you know what dark matter means? I'm like, no, and I didn't care before, and I really don't care now. It's like those things are like high level. They're way above my pay grade. Way above it.
Yep. Yeah, like, who cares about that, honestly?
Yeah, that's kind of my opinion. I mean, and I don't think people should care, because it's not going to make a difference in your life. And I guess that's the position I'm at now, where if you're still a flat earther, then just realize that any time you spend on flat earth in chats going forward or in research or anything is going to be wasted. I'm just telling you right now. And you only get one time here on Earth. So I would put my time to something else. You're not going to uncover a great conspiracy that the Earth is not a globe. All you're going to get to the eventual fact that everything matches the globe, and you're going to feel really damn silly that you didn't see it earlier because you were too caught up in a cognitive bias, in a, what do they call that? The Dunning-Kruger, which is true. People, you get to, and I'm guilty of it, right? You start to get this air of like, oh, I'm always right. Oh, I figured this out. I got this right. And then you kind of stop thinking there's a chance that you're wrong. And once you've done that, now you've crossed into dangerous territory where your brain almost protects the outside information, right? You figure somebody like me who's been to a conference, and I've spoken at a conference and I've gotten off stage and people have been waiting to talk to me. Your brain is going to like that, regardless of who you are, and it's going to want to keep that situation. So it's not going to want to learn information that means, oh shit, I shouldn't have been speaking. Oh shit, those people shouldn't have come to see me. Your brain just doesn't want to hear that. It doesn't want you to. So your brain protects it by blocking that information, or at least finding a way. This is why with Dave Weiss, he said before I went, oh, we got our two best guys going, Jaron and Austin. They can't be compromised. 0.0% chance they lie or are compromised. We get back, and because we say that the sun circled, all of a sudden he has to go that route, right? Because he has nothing else. His other option is, oh, we're right, and his entire career is over. His entire app is done. So he has to go to the next, your brain. So that's why I can't even hold it against him. That's what his brain has to tell him. His brain has to say, oh, Jaron's compromised. It's the only answer. Oh, they faked the sun. So, I mean, that's where, so I guess it's like not even surprising now what I see people doing. It's expected. But I'm wondering, believing the earth is flat versus promoting it. I think that if you're a believer, you kind of end up being a promoter just because of what it is that you're talking about. You're not going to really learn about the flat earth and then just keep it totally to yourself, I don't think. Maybe some people do. But for me, I think it was about getting the word out. You wanted to tell people, you felt like you had some information you wanted to give to your friends or your family. But there's always a problem with that, which is you're listening to people lying to you, like Dave Weiss. So what happens is these people hear Dave Weiss say something like, oh, there's a bush in this picture from NASA, from Mars. And then you'll go into Facebook acting all cocky and tell people, well, what about that picture with the bush in it from Mars? And then they'll take it and dissect it and show you that you're wrong. And then you just keep on going. You don't realize like, oh shit, I was lied to, and I probably should check a lot more carefully next time before I just believe something. What do you think?
But it is, though. It's like you feel special. You feel like you've got some information you want to share with everybody. That's how I was for like the first year or two.
Yeah.
Then I found out, guess what? This does not help your personal life at all. Like,
No.
Like it just blew up in my face. It did not help me at my job. It did not help me with relationships with my.
I remember you told the story that a bunch of people at work started to, give you shit.
Oh yeah, well they'd go to the smoking shack and they'd all talk crap behind me.
Right.
And then like I remember after that job went away, I got another job and there was somebody that worked there. And the first thing she said, I was like, yeah, I was the QA manager, QA, worked in the QA.
Oh, she said there's a manager over there that's a flat earther, huh?
She's like, you hear about that one dumbass that thought the earth was flat?
Oh God.
So I was like, oh my God. I was like, I mean, it just follows you around. Like,
Yeah.
You can't shake it. So that's why I quit talking about it. I took all my videos down and I just quit talking about it. Like I said, I was friends with that one guy for like 5 years and I never brought it up once.
Right.
Like I said, we spent many hours just driving to do hikes and it would have been plenty of time to bring it up. I never brought it up until, like he said, until he brought up the thing where he saw you
Right.
behind the curve, and it just like triggered me.
Well, and just be careful. I mean, you guys have it all better than me because your name at least isn't all over the internet as much as mine. But it's I haven't even gotten a call back on one resume I've dropped off, and I know that's the reason because, again, think about it. If somebody looks up your name on the internet and finds anything about Flat Earth or anything about that, what is the benefit to them hiring you? Right? Like what good can come of it? Like my dad used to say, what good can come of hiring me that has, oh, this guy's all over the internet. Well, something good's going to happen to our company if we hire him? No, the only thing they can imagine is something bad. So yeah, we'll go to the next person. So it's unfortunate, but that's you're going to end up, if you're still doing this out there, that's where you're going to end up. And that's not saying, I wouldn't be saying, if it were true, I would say, you know what, truth is more important. Now that I know it's false, I'm telling you the truth is more important. So do not promote something that will never be the case. The earth cannot be flat. It just can't. And now I look at it too. I'm like, wasn't the flat earth almost sillier than the globe earth? Like, where did it end and where was it? And what was it sitting on, or where? Like, it seems like the flat earth just was like vague. It's like the app picture, but then like we don't really know anything else, right? It's just like,
that's the fantasy part kicking in.
Right.
Instead of like thinking, oh, we all know it all, and then we learned that in kindergarten. Like this was like, oh, it's all like unknown and
right. Could be anything. Infinite lands. We got giants out there and aliens, and they're all hanging out, not wanting to come get us.
Don't get me started on the Giants.
Yeah, you're not a Giants fan either. All right, we got.
Any of that stuff. Like,
good, Suzanne.
The giant tree thing came out. I was instantly like, oh my God, this community is screwed up. Like,
and then that went to now they say all mountains are melted buildings.
Oh, geez. Pockets of survival.
Yeah, pockets of survival. Suzanne says, always stay skeptical. It's essential these days, but check out Everyday Astronaut in any case. Yes, I believe in staying skeptical, but I believe now in hearing both sides and bowing to evidence. And that's really what you should do, is let evidence lead the way and not your personal whims. All the people who say like, you're so stupid to think that the earth is flat, those people are letting their religious belief or their current belief, that's what they want to hear, right? And here's the unfortunate thing about YouTube. YouTube is a haven for giving your audience what they want. And that's a scary thing. You should recognize that as a viewer. Now that I know that, because I've always known I don't do well on YouTube. And the reason why is because I don't do that. I don't cater to my viewer. I never have. I've gone against Christianity when I wanted to. I've gone against flat earth when I wanted to now. So it kind of shows you that I'm not doing it for the views. But if I was, then I would just be a flat earther and I'd be pushing everything down that road. And that's what you get from these guys who want to keep their audience. This is what you get from Level Earth Observer. That's what you get from these other channels. That's what they're doing. They're just going to cater to their audience because they don't want to lose you. And so just recognize that all they're doing is giving you little feels goodsies, little dopamine hits in the chat so that you feel good. They call out your name. Like, oh, he called my name. And yeah, let's make fun of Jaron. It's just a little get together and a little blowing smoke up people's asses. And that's how you keep your audience. And then what's really going to happen pretty soon, and it already is happening now, is the faking of videos is everywhere. It's just, that's what the new thing's going to be. It's just easier to make a fake video, a setup video, and to get more clicks than it is to ever capture something that's real, right? In a real moment or a real interaction or altercation. Now they're going to set up everything. So, and I don't think we'll be able to tell very much longer. Have you seen how good AI is getting at?
It's insane. Like,
oh man,
Rule sent me a video where he would like actually had the AI people lip syncing his song.
it's insane.
Like, crazy, dude. Like, he had all these hot chicks in a classroom singing this like song about English or something. I don't even know. But I was like,
one of the 7,000 songs he's made over the past 2 weeks.
Dude, that guy spent some money on the AI. I was like, dude, what's the best deal you got? And he's like, oh, I found this one. It's $95 a month. I'm like, what?
What the hell? I've seen one where it was like, take a picture of yourself, take like 4 pictures. I took like 4 pictures, and the thing was talking to me in my voice. A couple minutes later, I'm like, oh my God, this is trouble. I'm like, oh shit, we're in trouble. Hey, Ken P, thank you very much for the 5 Jeranism memberships.
But I just want to say, don't feel sad about, putting applications in. Because I was trying to find a job for like months. And I mean, I was putting like 2 apps in a day and not getting any callbacks. It's just the market sucks.
Yeah, I think so.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But luckily, the good thing about me is I do have like a flat earth footprint, but it's overwhelmed by my hiking footprint. So when people look me up, I think they see more of the hiking stuff, which is
right.
better,
That's good. Yeah. I mean, I need to start hiking or something.
Yeah, well, like I said, I got something else that I think it goes to first, where you have to do more digging to find the flat earth stuff.
Okay, that's good. That's not the case for me. If you search my name, you're not going to get around the. Yeah. In fact, there was like this clean up your reputation place, and I was just like, it was like free consultation. So I messaged them and gave my name, and then they're like sent back like a $4,000 offer. I'm like, what? They're like, oh yeah, your name's everywhere. It would take us forever to get it off there. I'm like, oh no, I don't have that kind of money. So let me go to Social Blade real quick. Somebody was asking how much my subs have dropped. They've dropped quite a bit. I want to say I was at 167 at one time. Maybe not. I don't remember.
Fun though, man. I mean, you got more than I'll ever dream of.
Well, I mean, the thing that sucks, I've had those for 5 years, right? You can tell, and this is why it pisses me off. They actually say, YouTube says that there is no shadow banning. There's no such thing. Every channel's treated the same. They actually say that. When it's like, that's just not the case. I can prove it. I can show you that's not the case.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
So let's see. This is the... Go ahead.
Everybody wants to be a YouTuber. I mean, they ask these kids in school, like, what do you want to be? And they all want to be like an influencer and stuff. So these people that actually have success, yeah, they're not going to give that up because it's so hard. I mean, it's so hard to build up any kind of views or anything. I mean, I feel bad. Like, I see these other people trying to do their hiking videos. They got like 4 views, 5 views.
Right.
Dang,
I'm wondering if I should, I wonder if I should start a new channel, or is like my channel going to always be black marked no matter what? I just wonder on that one. That's a tough one.
I don't know. I mean, my original hiking channel started off as my flat earth channel, and then I switched it to hiking, and then I started my second Nick Havoc channel for like the flat earth stuff, and then I took it all down, and like I've been posting more there this year because I was kind of bored in the winter, didn't have the job, and I got a job now, but I didn't have one, a couple months ago. So, and then not a lot of hiking you can do in the snow. I was like, let's just post some videos on here, like my quitting weed videos and all that kind of stuff.
Well, good for you on doing that. You haven't slipped?
No, coming up on 3 months now, and I don't even think about it. It's awesome. Like, I don't even think. Like, sometimes I do. If I'll see like a movie or something, like especially like a horror movie, and they're all driving in the RV smoking weed, I'm like, it looks like fun. Like,
right.
But
this is terrible to look at Social Blade at my channel because I've been losing subs. It now, it projects you for like in the future, and it projects me for going down. So it's like in 1 year, you'll be at 152. In 2 years, you'll be at 141. You're like, thanks. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to go. I think you're supposed to increase.
I think you do all right, man. I think you do all right. Like, I loved your video where you were talking like the top 50 things to like better yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I mean, I love that. I thought that was great. I know you said you didn't get a lot of viewers on that, but
it was my lowest views of all time, or at least in the last 4 or 5 years, for my Friday show. But it'll take some time. I think that, what I've done again is I've pissed off both sides, right? If I say, I think the moon landing's still fake, you're going to lose the science people. They want you to cuck and be like, no, everything's real and dark matter and we're expanding. And then the other side is the flat earthers, who are actually, I've seen people have sent me clips and screenshots that there's a concerted effort going on out there that they're trying to block me and unsub me. So, and this is their method, right? So if they never have to hear me and my talking points, then they can stay flat earthers forever. So, more power to them.
That's Democrat behavior right there, man. Trying to cancel you and go after you and take you down and revenge porn. That's how Democrats act.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know this here is projecting my views out? And as of July 13th or July 15th, I will have 0 views because it's going down. It's going down so much it goes down to 0 on July 15th will be, I guess that's the end of the world, because July 15th I have 0 views and then it stays at 0 for the rest of time. So anyway,
well, you'll have at least one when I watch it.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We got another super chat I think I saw roll through here. Let me check it out. And we've got, I thought I saw one. Can't be. Okay, we got Galaxy Soup. Nice. $4.99 says, for Nick, do you think you might ever change your stance on the moon landings? What evidence is acceptable?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough sell. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be a really tough sell. I need to see some kind of like modern evidence. Like,
I think the best bet is just to say that they need to go back.
Well, I want to see somebody zoom up and like see the flag or
right,
something like that I can see today. I don't want to go back and trust the people that watched it on the TV 55 years ago,
right,
or anything like that. You know, I need something modern that's provable, that like the final experiment type thing, something that a normal person can do and bring to everybody.
Right.
You know, I need something like that. Like zoom up on it. Let's see the tracks. I know they say they got the track pictures, but that came from NASA.
Yeah, and I've looked at those, the LRO, and they're just like little pixel changes. It's tough. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's, you would think that the Hubble could turn and look at it, but they say no, huh? It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
We can see stars trillions of light years away. How come they can't zoom up on the moon and just find the flag?
Must have something to do with the resolution, I'm guessing, but I don't know. If anybody out there has a observatory or something, I'll come over there and we will find the landing area, see if we can see anything on your telescope. But I doubt that will be a call that I'll be getting. So
I mean, we're so excited that we launched a rocket into the air and then landed back on Earth, but they forget that they launched one into space, landed it on a foreign planet
without ever practicing,
flew it back. I mean, what? You did all that?
I would wonder why people don't find that to be far-fetched, especially when you watch the takeoff video and the thing just like little burst of flames, and then it starts going up and magically connects with the other one orbiting. Like that's just all very magical in my mind.
Purple confetti comes out.
Yeah, little glitters. I was watching some moon landing stuff yesterday, and I saw this guy throws a water bottle or something. You ever seen that? He says, "I'm gonna get a squirt of cold water." And then he kind of walks off screen. Then the camera pans back to him, and he's got this like bottle of water, and he like throws it, and it like flies straight up at an. It's just so weird looking. I got all of that stuff I've been looking at. Getting ready for Dave. All right, let's see if there's anybody else in the chat. And we'll be out of here. Thank you guys for joining us. We're trying to. Oh, I did have some. Oh wait, no, I guess I got that. Who's your favorite WWF wrestler of all time? We got to ask that.
Who, mine?
Or WWE? Any professional wrestler favorite of all time?
Man. I don't know. I like kind of like Rob Van Dam. I liked him back from the ECW days.
RVD, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got to see him do his first ever Van Terminator. Like
very nice.
The week before it was like the week before he unleashed it on the pay-per-view. It was like a house show in Kansas City.
Okay.
And it was like the same exact match they did at the pay-per-view, like with Scotty Anton.
Yeah, they do that. They do the dark shows. They'll do the practice runs.
It was sweet. I like Mike Awesome too. Sad that he's gone.
Mike Awesome. Yeah, I remember him. I used to like his Francine was his girlfriend, or no, that's Shane Douglas. I'm thinking Shane Douglas.
No, I don't know if he had that like manager guy.
Oh yeah, and he did go to the WWF for a little while.
Yeah, he was the Fat Chick Thriller.
Yeah. You ever seen that guy, the Dudley's manager? God, what was his name? Todd Pilner or something. He's like a big fat guy, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen. I can't remember what his voice is. What is his name?
Paulie Dangerously.
No, I love him. But God, what was the name of the? So the Dudley brothers had the Dudley boys.
Big Dick Dudley.
Yeah, Big Dick Dudley. So who was their manager? Was it Joel Gertner? His name was or something.
Oh yeah, Joel Gertner.
Yeah,
with the big neck brace.
Yeah, neck brace. Good stuff.
Like dirty rhymes he'd come up with.
Yeah. Just like
songs.
yeah, exactly. I'm just like trying to think of one offhand, but I can't remember any of them. But those were good times. I went to WrestleMania 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 32. So I've been around. Wow. We traveled Anaheim, then 17 was Houston, 18 was Toronto, 19 was Seattle, 20 was New York, and then 32 was at I actually don't know if it was 32 or 31 when it was at Santa Clara here in the Bay Area. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with wrestling back in the days. Spent all my credit card money and then had a big bill for a long time that I had to pay back. But I don't have any credit cards anymore.
Yeah. But you got the memories, though.
I got the memories, and those are some of them are pretty really good memories. So Ultimate Warrior says addicted to globing. I don't have any Ultimate Warrior, do I? I don't. Sorry. I do have this.
Don't degrade the champion at any time.
I'd say my favorite mainstream WWE guy, though, probably like Steve Austin.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go wrong with him.
No, you can't. Can't go wrong with Steve Austin. Can't go wrong with Steve. Can't go wrong with Steve. And what's up with Vince, man? That guy's done. And you always knew he had some demons in his closet, and it seems like those are coming out now.
Oh my God, there was something with that Kiss My Ass Club that was just too real.
Yeah. Or the way he would act with like Trish Stratus and all those people when he would just be like, come sit on the boss's lap and be like, you've done this before. Right. Oh boy. Get on the ground and bark like a dog and let me pee on you. Triple H, get over here. All right, we got to get out of here. We're having too much fun. Paul Bear. All right, anybody in the chat got anything good to say? Anything? I went to a random Raw in 0405, and a big group of Latinos next to us kept screaming Batista a ton. We smoked 2 joints with them after. Nice. I like it. Love Steve Austin, but you really can't go wrong with Hulk Hogan. You cannot go wrong with the Hulk Hogan. Do we have the... There you go. That's the Hulk Hogan for you. Thank you, Enrique. Stop that. Andre the Giant and Big Daddy were my favorites. Big Daddy? Big Diesel? I don't think there's a Big Daddy. You might be talking about something else. Big Daddy was never there. It was the night Kane was demasked the first time. Nice. You know what I went to? I went to Royal Rumble 1999. Craziest match I ever saw was The Rock versus Mankind in the I Quit match, where Mankind get lit up by that chair.
With the chair.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is that was part of a movie called Behind the Curve. Or no, that's, what is it called? Behind the Ring?
Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat.
Got two versions of that on DVD.
Yeah, so if you look, I'm in that. So if you watch when you watch when his family comes to the ring and they sit down, so Mick Foley's wife and his 2 kids, I'm sitting right behind them and you can see me chanting his name. So I'm in that movie. But the crazy thing is that when they came out, we even were asking, me and my buddy are like, what are they doing with his kids here? This is not going to be good. And when that guy started getting hit with the chair, those fucking kids started crying. And it was like, that was real. Like those weren't acting kids. They were like afraid that their dad was getting fucking killed. And so we were like telling that girl, like, get him out of here. Because we're trying to watch the match, and here's this 7-year-old and 5-year-old bawling their eyes out right in front of us. And it was like, lady, get your kids the fuck out. But I don't know if they did that for the documentary or if it was... Because I don't know why you would bring your kids to watch that. What kind of psychopath are you? Like, wouldn't you...
Had to have been for the documentary or something.
Yeah, because you would just leave your kids at home. If it was a match you knew you were going to get lit up with a chair and bleed and stuff, you wouldn't bring your kids to watch that.
He's handcuffed and he's getting whacked in the head. He can't even protect himself.
No, and I guess he basically blacked out, right? And then he couldn't tell them no. He couldn't tell Rock to stop hitting him. And then, Rock eventually knocked him out and he got a huge cut in his head. So, pretty crazy.
The original director's cut of that, they did the commentary, and Mick Foley buries the Rock.
He's pissed at him.
Pissed off, and that's why they re-released it, I think, because
he had a gash in his head, pretty good gash. I mean, that's when it's not faked.
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, I think we're out of here. I don't see anybody else. Mankind is my favorite fat dude. He could throw himself around for sure. I used to love that knee over the stairs that he would do, run and hit the stairs and that flip. It was great. There are UFC guys that bring their kids. I mean, I could almost see that more because you're like not thinking that you're going to get hit with a chair a bunch. Like Mick Foley knew what was happening.
Yeah, you're not planning on getting crushed.
No, but if you knew, what are we doing? Oh, you're going to hit me with a chair a bunch of times and handcuff me, and I'm just going to be bleeding a ton. All right, let's bring my kids.
Come on, kids,
come on, let's go. Dad's going to get knocked around a little bit. Later, Ken P. Thank you very much. Charlie, how are you? Everyone, wrestling used to be great. Yeah, the only thing I heard the other day, because WrestleMania is this weekend, by the way, and I might check it out because I heard that it's on Netflix now, right? It comes with the Netflix package. I think that's what I heard.
I don't know. I don't have Netflix.
Oh, okay. I don't watch anything on it. My wife does, but I heard it's on that. And then I heard that John Cena did a heel turn last week or something.
Well, he turned heel like what, a couple weeks ago, and he turned on Cody.
So okay, and then he like shaved his head. He's like bald or
Yeah,
something.
now he like looks all psycho.
Yeah, I want to see that. Because I never liked John Cena, but I was the same way with The Rock. I didn't like The Rock till he went bad either. So I think your content is engaging and always interesting. Your audience will change, adapt, and grow. That's the hope. I think it's good information.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're super talented, you know, just as a entertainer. And I think no matter what you do,
well, thank you.
You're going to be good at it. So that's.
Thank you. I think it's. I would like to think the same thing. I just don't think it's for YouTube. YouTube is a different beast because really it's about catering to your audience. This is why everybody gets pigeonholed into these channels to where they're like stuck. Because once you have an audience and you're gearing in that direction, it's very hard to change because you're going to lose a bunch of views. People are going to start calling you names. So that just happened to me naturally. But I'm just saying that nobody else will do that on purpose. So you just get people that push people down that same road. And don't really change much. So it's hard watching subs drop. Just remember, you will be bigger than before. I always remember that. Thank you. Yes. Obsessed Patriot does a good job. I hope he comes and has a conversation with me. He is also a WWF member, and he had some great posts that he put on like McKeegan's channel. I saw a couple on mine where he really spells it out fantastically what we're all going through. And he's saying too, like, are you embarrassed about your time in the flat earth? Like
a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard not to be.
Because it's like, I mean, it's cool because I learned a lot about the earth and everything, but if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have went down that road.
Oh yeah, me neither. I mean, you're right. We can find a little solace in the fact that like I didn't know anything about the earth when I got started with this, and now I know a lot. So I guess there's that. But it's still, yeah, if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't do it. So probably
I don't get where these people come from that like are just like, I get it when we're all in the flat earth community, you know, and there's back and forth, but like when I see the outside globers jump in and try and talk about, oh, this flat earther saying this about this flat earther, and like, I don't know, man, I don't like that. I feel like that's like they're like trying to be instigators.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
trying to get the two kids to fight.
They really feel like, I mean, they really look at us as, they looked at us as lessers. So they could kind of manipulate and kind of try and gaslight. That's just the way that they are.
Like, who was going to come home every week and tune in to watch flat earthers get made fun of? Like,
nerds.
I don't do that. Like, I can't. I mean, I've been out of flat earth for like 4 months, and I'm already tired of it.
Yeah,
it's like slap fighting or something. It's like, oh, that's cool for like 2 hours.
Right. It's not fun. And it feels bad. It feels bad too. I mean, like, I don't want to call people that believe in flat earth stupid because I understand why we become a flat earther. I understand why it was interesting or why it took your mind a second. But I also think that at this point, you have to see the amount of people that have left and the amount of years that those people have put in, and then ask yourself the question as to why would they just up and leave? And that should open your eyes to not, because I know what everybody is. They default into they were paid off. They were, you know, they're sellouts. But you have to imagine to yourself, okay, what if that's not true? That wouldn't make any sense. The government doesn't keep their secrets by paying off people and telling their secrets. They keep their secrets by not telling anybody their secrets. That's how they do it. So what you're saying is, oh, now because like Dave says that, you know, there's no 24-hour sun in the South still. So it's like, then what does he believe about all those 47 bases in Antarctica? So every single person that works there is all lying. Like, you could never do that because one of them would just go rogue, or one of them would get a change of heart and be like, I'm going to tell my friends. And we don't hear anything like that. And there's a reason for that. It's because the people that are down there are doing science. They're doing work. They're actually in Antarctica and the sun circles their head. So anyway, it's just, I don't go that route anymore. In fact, I have a hard time believing in even this whole thing with, what's her name? Katy Perry going up in the little rocket the other day. Everybody's saying it's fake. And I'm like, okay, look at, like, it's definitely a publicity stunt. It's definitely a reverse bungee jump. It's definitely a glorified ride that's way too expensive, and it's not even space. It's like to placate people who say there's no space travel. Now there's space travel. Oh yeah, they threw you up real high and you came down. You're like, oh, I went to space. Sure you did. But it's like, to call it fake, you have to remember they've already sent up like 125 people in that thing. So it's like all those people are all lying. It just doesn't make sense anymore. It's like, you couldn't pay all. First of all, they're paying money to fly in it, not they're getting paid. So you're not paying those people money to lie about it, because again, eventually people can go. So same thing as Antarctica. It's expensive, but Huh?
They didn't even go up that. They went up like 65,000 feet. That's
Yeah,
like
I don't even know how high they went.
2.5 times Everest or something.
Only 65,000 feet? Or 65
what I
miles?
I thought it was 65,000 feet.
I'll have to check that. If it's, and I don't think you would get even enough airtime to do that.
Maybe
float
I'm
around.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
But I mean, are those
That's
the
what I
right
thought.
people to? I mean, no. Of course, it is a novelty. That's the thing. So, but I mean, everybody jumped to straight. It's fake. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Why do you saying it's fake? And they show that one clip of them opening the door from the inside or something. Have you seen that? They're like opening the door from the inside, and then somebody comes up and says, no, close it. Then they close it, and then Jeff Bezos comes over and like uses a tool to open it, which is kind of funny because again, it just shows that these guys are like doing theatrics. But as far as does that rocket launch? I think so, and I think that you can launch a rocket way up high in the sky and let it float down.
I think they went. I don't think you could. I mean, why they can do that?
Right. If you're going to
see
fake
why-
anything, you're not going to fake a glorified reverse bungee jump. It's like, well, you just wouldn't do it. It's just it's something novelty. So
Like they didn't even do anything that I mean, super impressive.
No.
Really, if they only went up that high, it's not that impressive. I mean, it's like, but it's just so funny. They think they're all like astronauts. And
yeah, I'm
pioneers.
sorry. Space means you're in. To me, you have to be in orbit. If you're in orbit, then I'll give you space. But not if you
I
get
guess
thrown up there real high and come back.
Yeah, just barely in it. I think they just barely, like
Yeah.
the minimal height to consider to be in orbit or whatever. But like Gail King's all mad because people are just saying that she went on a ride.
Shit, I wasn't a ride. Well, no, it kind of is. It's just a glorified ride. That's what it is. It's
We
like
did the same thing Alan Shepard did, and he got respect. How come we don't get respect?
boy.
Because we're all black women. I'm like, oh my god.
here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. The song. You hear my song?
So which one?
What?
So the one you just did?
Black Holes in Space.
Yeah, well, listen on the way out here. I did like it. I do. I mean, I have a partiality to Dave Weiss's songs, of course. So that's my favorite.
That country one.
Yeah, the country one I like. That's good.
Oh god.
I was trying to find you the other day. You're impossible to find on here. Because if I type in Nick Havoc, then I have to it's not you. You have to go youtube.com/Nick Havoc. Then don't you have a number at the end?
No, it's just Nick Havoc.
No,
With a
it's like
K.
an underscore or something. Yeah, it's something.
I don't think. Huh.
I
I don't know.
thought. Let me see if we
Must
can
be a
find
reason
you.
why nobody watches my videos.
It might be because I can't find you. I was trying to find you the other day. It's HAVOC or K? C, right?
HAVOK.
OVOK.
Yeah.
No, it's not coming up under youtube.com/@Nick Havoc. Let me try without the underscore.
Well, that sucks.
No, that goes to Nick Havoc goes to Nick W. I think you have 4 numbers at the end of it. You don't know what the numbers are? It's like Nick Havoc 3975 or something. I have to actually put you in the description of this one. So I'll go to the description, we'll find it. I did end up finding you. Let me see what it is. You are Nick Havoc 33.
Oh yeah, Nick Havoc 33.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. There you go. Hey, why didn't that create a clickable thing? It should be clickable in the description. It's not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it blackballed me because of my comments that I leave.
I think that you are kind of blocked, to be honest with you, because everybody else I can usually find you. I just could not find you. And then did you one time call yourself the Mad Hatter?
Oh,
How weird.
yeah.
There's
I
another.
was Nick Flicks for like a couple weeks. I was like, I'm going to change this and do movie reviews.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And
That's
I was
pretty
going to be Nick. Yeah, I commented one time on one of your chats, and you blasted me. You're like, "Oh, I bet Nick Flicks just watches TV and believes everything he says."
Did I say that? I'm sorry. You get so much shit from people. That's my commenting. If I'm ready to answer comments, it's ready to fire back and talk shit to people.
Yeah, I was like, it's Nick Havoc, but it's like, yeah, nobody knew who I was because I was like Nick Flicks. So then I just went back to Nick Havoc because it's like nobody knew who I was or anything. So not like anybody still does, but.
Oh, yeah, I know who you are.
That's
That's all counts. Oh, I did like my shit list too. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good one. All right, we're gonna head out. Go ahead and give your final words of love and tell us your 3 least favorite flat earthers at the moment. I'm sure you can.
Karen
come up-
B.
Oh yeah, your shit list.
Number 1. Jake the asshole. Is he still one? And
Is he
Dave
still on?
Weiss.
Okay.
I don't know though. Nathan Oakley. Damn,
Oh,
he's
Oakley's
Nathan
disgusting.
Thompson, too. Jesus.
The
I got to give 5.
the stupidest thing is that whole you can't get a measurement from a curved baseline. It's like so stupid. It's like,
Oh, Jesus. He just chants it like crazy.
oh man, and just like it's the best evidence ever. It's like, dude, you could take a tangent line from the top of a pencil. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a flat baseline to get a tangent line. And this guy
I
doesn't
know.
get it.
He just plays his dumbass word games.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
the way that
everything's a fallacy.
with the mute button and just the The way that they're like coaching each other to talk like that, like for the 6th time, I'm asking you for the, it's all, I can't stand it.
Oh my God. Everything's a fallacy. Everything you say is some kind of a fallacy. And
is there any flat earther you think is worth watching?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I cannot. Let me have to think about that one.
No.
I do not think there's
not flat. It's like, do I know any good Bigfoot channels? No, I don't know. It's not real.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think, is there anybody doing... It's so sad to see all these people like Rusted Soul and all these people that think that they're finding things and they're just... Oh, you did a video on her because she's like putting videos that she downloads from YouTube. She's putting them into an AI detector. It's like, that's a condensed version of the video. That's not the real video. What are you doing?
Well,
like,
I did that too, and they came out legit.
Oh, they did? Okay.
The same thing, and I used a different program, and they're all like, nope, no AI detected.
Well, imagine
no AI detected.
imagine me who was there and then watching her go through. It's like, oh, here's and this one comes up 86. I'm like, well, that proves that thing's a piece of shit. Thanks for that information. All right, we got.
Yeah, she's ridiculous, man. She is ridiculous. I don't know though. Karen B she takes the cake.
I did hear that she used to date or was with Jake at one time. So clearly,
What?
yeah, I heard that.
Big asshole.
I heard that.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. Yeah, that was like when I said, "Oh wow, winner, chicken dinner."
They go together perfectly. Two foul-mouthed dumbasses, just perfect for each other.
Right. Although I think only one lives in the closet. Probably the other one has a house.
Yeah. Well, he's small enough he could live in a closet.
Yeah, he just fits in right in there. It's no problem.
He could probably live in a freaking Yaris.
All right, we got this coming up. All right, any final words for the crew out there that you want to help get out of the cult before it's too late? Which is already kind of too late. But we've given you the out. We've opened the door. We've opened the freeway exit. It is now open for business.
Exactly. Like the chicken exit on the roller coaster that's going to kill you is right here. Just go to the chicken exit. You can go out and you can live and be happy. You don't have to die.
Yeah, because once we're gone, once Nick's gone, once I'm gone, once Melodome's gone, then you're going to be it's going to be all echo chamber all day, every day. And you're going to think that you have all the truths and that, rockets are helium balloons and,
can't save the world though. You know what I mean? You can't save everybody.
No, you can't. That's what, yeah. I have to, and it's not, that's the way I have to look at it too, is it's not my job to save people. I want to make sure they hear me and that's it. And then if they choose to call me names, call me a sellout, that's fine. At least they heard me say it. So
that's all you can do.
All right, guys, we're going to listen to this song on the way out of here and we'll be back Friday with the show.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Please.
Okay. This is going to be my last time talking about flat Earth.
Okay.
So, and I didn't really want to do the show. Jaron kind of had to talk me into it. He's like, dude, let's go out one more time. And I was like, all right.
Go out with a
So
bang.
anybody else that wants to get in contact with me to do interviews, I'm not doing them now. You missed your chance. So it's over. I'm done. I'm out.
Good. I think you'll be happier. You'll feel better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It wasn't fun. It wasn't putting me in a good mood to talk about it all the time, be all angry and I'm going to war with flat earthers. Like
No.
It wasn't doing anything for me. So
no, I think that people need to remember that. People need to think that is the whole goal here is I think that, think about what you've done. So what were you in conspiracies for 10 years?
Not about 9.
Okay.
9.
So in 9 years, did that help your life at all?
No.
Right.
Nothing.
So we all are into this endeavor because we're like, oh, we're finding out the truth. We're truthers. And so what do you uncover? You uncover sinister, disgusting, high level elite, control mechanisms. And then I realized that this world is created through the subconscious. And so by us all paying attention to all these conspiracies and thinking about them, we are continuing them. We are pushing them into the mainstream. We are bringing it into people's attention. And I think that has the opposite effect that we think. I think that if you completely ignored it and went about your life and said, screw all these, because what good does it do to be like everything that comes out now, everybody's like, oh, that's fake. Oh, this guy's fake. Oh, this guy's an actor. Oh, this politician's not real. So just stop it. Why would you pay attention? Why would you get your brain all tied up in all this? It's fake, this person's fake. You're not doing any good for yourself. You're not.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There are better things in life.
Yeah.
Better. Like, I love my hiking channel. It's all positive.
Right.
I get positive vibes there. I love doing it. It puts me in a good mood. I like making people happy. It's instead of like.
It's good for you. It's healthy.
Yeah. I'm really thankful I got that.
Yeah, that's good. Because I think if people don't have something else, that might be a reason why they can't get out, because they look at it, like I said, all their friends are flat earthers at this point. What do they do on Tuesdays and Thursdays? They watch flat earth content. So if they can't even think of like, oh, what if I wasn't a flat earther? They feel like their whole life is gone. So it's actually the opposite. Your whole life is beginning is really the truth.
Yep. I totally get that. If
Yeah, me
that's all
too.
you got, it's going to be hard.
Right. And I think if you kind of look at some of us that have got out, it's because we had something else. Right. I've got my wife, I've got my son, I've got, and maybe I'm probably the worst example of that, but I think like people like you that had something else, people like Melodome, who's got his job, his life, his wife, his kids, he's homeschooling. I think those people have an easier time than the people who's really made it their whole identity. Dave Weiss, a Mark Sargent, is going to have a hard time. So. All right, guys, we're out of here. We went too long. We are going to try and keep these to an hour, so we are going to have to cut it down next time. That's all right. It's my fault. I talked too much. All right, we're going to listen to this song on the way out of here. It is. Oops, let me move this over.
Which one are you doing?
We're going to do Black Holes in Space. I like it. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. I'm trying to think. I might do something tomorrow. Maybe I've got a couple things I want to get done. I don't think I want to wait till Friday. So yeah, we'll probably do that. And let's get going. All right, I remind you guys, please. Do your own research. When you do, you'll never again believe that you can't look at the ground, or you can't look at the lights in the sky to get the shape of the ground. You can tell Dave Weiss that he is a dirtball. Here we go. See you guys soon. Later, Nick. Thanks, huh?
Bye.
Join the WWF. There's no better wrestling organization in all of sports entertainment. Well, whatever that means. Here we go. Good. Are we on? Yes.
Thank you, white men, for putting women in space. They look so good with makeup caked on their face. With 2 days of training, they're the best of the best. They learn to sit and put a seatbelt over their breasts. They went twice as high as a regular commercial flight. Amazing, they didn't argue with each other or start a fight. They didn't fly anything, just along for the ride, surviving all 11 minutes. A big yay for women's pride. Black holes in space, you now know they're real. You could hear them from Earth as they screamed and squealed. Nothing exploded, not the fake boobs or injected Botox. These yes queens don't need no man in space, they rock. Gail King's big mad because a pioneer she's not. Although she looks like Worf, she is a fake astronaut. Getting all upset because she don't get no respect. But if she was flying it, the rocket would wreck. The all-women's crew did it. Feminists have no fear. But my God, I can almost smell that capsule from here. To consider this a mission is a total disgrace. They need to rename the whole thing to only space. Black holes in space, you now know they're real. You could hear them from Earth as they screamed and squealed. Nothing exploded, not the fake boobs or injected Botox. These yes queens don't need no man in space, they rock. But they do need men to build the rocket and fly it. Go ahead and try it, strong women. I will laugh when you bite it. They look so important, walking tall and ringing that bell. Never having done anything like this before, you can clearly tell. Katie held her flower high and then kissed the ground, which was just as cringe as her terrible sound. The women can do it too. Little girls will dream and wish, but the inside of the ship now smells like tuna fish. Black holes in space, you now know they're real. You could hear them from Earth as they screamed and squealed. Nothing exploded, not the fake boobs or injected Botox. The in space they rock.
That was Nick Cannon, everyone. Nick Havoc, Nick Cannon. Laughing. All right, if you've waited this long, you're going to get a special treat. I'm trying to sample something here. I want to see if this sounds good. Friday, I'm going to be having a new segment called Flashback Friday, where I'll look at my old videos and debunk them somehow. And this is the jingle that'll play right before it. You're lucky if you're listening right now. You get the one and only opportunity to listen to this. Let's check it out.
Flashback Friday, can we roll that tape? Let's rewind to when I thought I had it straight. I said some wild shit, yeah, to that there's no debate. Now I'm laughing at myself. Ha! Ain't growth great? Yeah, I said it, and I was wrong, I get it. Okay, that's my bad, I'm sorry if I led you all astray. But let's not waste time and dwell on yesterday. But if we must, here's a list of losers that I hate. Mark, Sargent, Pete and Peter, Dr. Zach, Eric Dubé, Flat Earth Dave, No Fanfare, Rory Cooper and P-Brain, Kyle Adams and Nathan Oakley, the mute button soulmate, QE and the crayon munching retards on Flat Earth debate. Princess Warrior, feed and seed and his bitch Natcha Keta too. Haters gonna hate, talking shit is all you two can do. Grandpa solving ratoids panel are just lame and dumb. And look how unhinged 5'6" Jake the asshole has become. His baby dick is tiny, yes. His closet home is tiny too. I think rusted soul, something rusted cause she chose to sleep with you. Q and F-E, you gross, that dude's a piece of shit. King Nico is no king, the guy sits when he takes a piss. Karen B lost a thread, so did Orphan Red. Alan and Shane have the answers, well not really, but they said Slow Sanchez is the slowest that ever did exist. Drop a 1 in the chat if you expect the stupid to persist. Egghead Anthony Riley is so smart but still says flat. I'm not saying he's big bone, saying sleeping warriors fat. Conspiracy music guru is going down with the shit. Both he and Steve Falconer block me cause they like a little bitch. Retards Russian vids and banjos say Jesus is the shit. Ronnie and Jason are so dumb they seem the perfect fit. Stipulation explains how level-headed William is rising up. So will the real Deltardians please shut up. Iron Horse K, Podgy, fittest flat earthers on TikTok I hate. While Caleb thinks he's winning by modding his own debates. Taboo conspiracy won't get it and Marty Leeds is too weak. Brian's logic, take the shit out your mouth before you speak. Rick Hummer on Strange World now, a puppet that's his role. Joe Handby got the whole world in an upside down salad bowl. Who said all flat maps predict a 24-hour sun? I know who. Liar, pilot, doctor, Professor Grifter, Steve, and I lie so much. Alonzo, PhD, that's who. Allegedly Dave, Sean Griffin, and Zen Garcia makes me furious. Steve from England, Phuket, Word, Matt Long, and DJ Curious. Pastor Dean blames Satan while he throws little fits. Lori agrees Nicole and Daniel Pratt have some great hits. Nathan Thompson is lurking outside of a school. Scary. Santos Bonacci is at Lowe's cause he's a fucking tool. Harry. Many more to blame for lying to the masses. Flat Earth is over, it's done. Pack it up, jackasses. But Flashback Fridays isn't for us to worry about the past. But Flashback Fridays, it reminds us that Jaren's great. Earth is a ball, it's a fact. And at that, there's no debate.
Pretty good. I was timing the lyrics. I have the on-screen lyrics, and it's good. It is ready to go. That'll be happening on Friday, so be here for that. 3 p.m. We are getting started with that one. I got one more here. I'm just testing with these lyric files. We'll try this one. Then we're out of here.
Yo, welcome to the corner where the freaks all speak, where the woke and the broke meet once a week. Got preachers, teachers, flat earth believers, dudes on soapboxes drop their wild thesis. One guy screaming about the lizard elite, another dude claiming that birds ain't real meat. Karen's on the mic trying to cancel the post, while a dude with no teeth says the moon's a hoax. Mic check, 1, 2, let's go. Say what you want, don't hold back, bro. Truth or lies will never tinfoil cap, saying AI's taking over, it's all a trap. Then a stoner with a bong saying, bro, relax. Aliens built pyramids, that's straight up facts. A feminist screaming, men ain't shit, next to a pimp talking about monetize your bitch. And in the back there's a Jesus guy telling me I need to pray before I die. Nah, I'm good.
Nah.
Mic check, 1, 2, let's go. Say what you want, don't hold back, bro. Truth or lies we'll never know, but grab the mic and steal the show. This spot got scholars, gangsters, preachers, hobos, weirdos, OnlyFans teachers, a vegan and a butcher about to throw hands, while a nudist in the back yells, fuck your pants. Man, I love this place, so raw, so real. Everybody talking about how they feel. No rules, no filter, no fucks given. Some preach hate, some preach living. But hey, that's life, that's the street where madmen and profits meet. So if you got something to say, step up and shine. Just know, once you drop the mic, it's mine.
Don't hold back, bro. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Check back tomorrow. I might be on the live stream, but for sure Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Man, I love this place, so raw, so real. Everybody talking about how they feel. No rules, no filter, no fucks given. Some preach hate, some preach living. But hey, that's life, that's the street where madmen and prophets meet. So if you got something to say, step up and shine. Just know, once you drop the mic, it's mine.